My name is Osvalds. I was born in Latvia, and in Latvia I also attended the commercial high school. I had some job in the office, but then when the World War started, I was called up in the Latvian Legion. I was lucky that I came alive out of the war. Well, after the war, when the war finished, I was in Germany. And after the Second World War, the powers divided Europe, and my country, Latvia, was under the Russians. Well, the Russians gave us a very hard time 2 years ago, before the World War, because they sent us to Siberia and gave us a hard time. So after the World War, the Latvia was again under the Russian rule. I don't wanted to go back to Russia. So I stayed for a couple of years in Germany, waited to make my life somewhere else. Then the Australians came along and says they wanted some workers. Well, I applied for them, and they put me down as a cane cutter. But by the time the boat arrived in Australia, the cane cutting season was over. So they sent me to work in the forestry. I didn't have to pay for my passage for the ship, but I had to work for 2 years wherever the government wanted to send me. And they sent me to the forestry. Well, when I finished my 2 years, I met a Latvian woman there, and I married her. And I settled down in a little town. I was cutting the wood for the brickworks, and my wife was working in the hotel. Well, then I got another job as a gardener in a hospital. Well, I didn't want it all my life to pull the weeds out, so I enlisted in a correspondence course for an office, for a bookkeeper. But I found out that my English was not good enough for office work. So I thought, what I'm going to do? I thought I'll go and sell the fruit. I had my truck already, I had a truck. So I went from house to house and sold the fruit. And that's why the business was not too bad. So I found an empty shop and opened a fruit shop. And so I stayed there in that little country town, selling the fruit for nearly 10 years. But then my kids were growing up, and we thought we come to Brisbane because they will have more chances for apprenticeships. And so I sold my house and the shop, and I had enough money to buy another house and another shop here in Wynnum. And so I had that shop for 20 years. Then in 1968, my wife died. And by the time I also had reached the pension age, so I retired too. Then I wanted now to see the world. Firstly I went around Australia, see what it's like, And then with my friend I went a trip to America, and I made 2 trips to Latvia, to Europe, one trip to Latvia. And by that time I was already 90 years old, and I was a bit wobbly on my feet and my hands, and I applied for a nursing home. And I was lucky I got in the Blue Care nursing facility. And I've been here for 7 years. They look after me, there's good food and plenty to do, and I still have a few visitors, including some college students. They come, for example, and play cards with me. So that is my story.